That might be it. 10% month or maybe slightly more than that. So that gets you to like 140, 150. And then look at what happens in October, November, December in 2017. 47, 53, 38. It's like basically 50% months. So that would be like you have a monthly, like that would be in October. You're starting at say 150. Then you go to 225, and then you do another 50%. Then you're at like 350, and then you do another 50%, and you're at you at $500,000.
Yo, I hear that. I hear that. But I don't see where these 50% to keep on coming in like that. I definitely
Look
hear
at
that.
October, November, December. I mean,
October.
and you don't even have to take it like that. Like, look in 2020, we had 27, 42, 46. Like, and then you can even like see in 2015, there's 33, 19, and 13. So like, like it sounds wild, but like
It
we've
definitely
seen
does sound wild.
some like even in 2023, it was 28, 8, and 12.
2020. Wait, hold on. 2023.
Look at the October, November, December shit. Like it, like the Santa Claus rally really happens like a lot.
Yo, I see the biggest gains. Like I said, the diminishing returns is right here in front of our face.
The diminishing returns.
I'm just eager to see this nice little bet that we got because next four green, I would love to see that. I think May's gonna be selling me. I think that bet's gonna be over pretty quick. But if it isn't, I ain't mad though.
Hey man, I think we got 4 greens coming up, and if it's red next month, we'll see. But I doubt it.
Definitely gonna have to see. That's insane, man.
That's a good bet, man. I'm psyched on that.
I don't know, man. I'm just looking at the liquidity right now. I'm just doing it on some regular little liquidity shit. I'm on Coin Glass, looking at the heat map. I'm
You
see.
want coin glass? What? Looking at the heat map. All right, let me see.
I'm looking at 2016, or sorry, 2018. Oh, I guess I was looking backwards, my bad.
Yeah, but look at that 2017, man. Look at how like similar it is. Like it's not. It's like history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. Look at 2017.
Where's the similarity? What's the similarity?
Well, in
Nothing
2017,
absolutely.
January and March were red, right? Like it was a bumpy start.
That's true of almost every single year.
Not really.
Every year has 2 red slots except for like 3 of them, 4 of them. And they're different months. They're not like the same months. So like what's the percentages are different. Like
Not really. Like if you do the math, they kind of it's like you kind of you're down 10% at the end of March in Q1, right? Like that's
is that true of the other months too, or like the other years too?
Well,
I mean, the first 3 months, like where the first quarter is pretty.
But like look at like January was down like not even 1%. It was down 0.04% in 2017.
Okay, and this year it was up 10%.
Yeah, but then like if you look at the next month, it was up 20%, 23%, 2017.
And this month we're down 18 or 17.
Yeah, and so like that math kind of pencils itself out.
Where's the math pencil out?
You just look at Q1. Look at it from Q1 to Q1. Okay, so like I could get you.
So you do the average of it.
So if you're looking at 2017,
we were up 10%.
We were I guess it's in 17 we were up 11%, and then we were down 11% in this year.
So those are like total opposites.
Well, yeah, but like within 10% isn't bad.
Sure, but it's also common. It has no relation to the 5 months that follow.
And then guess what? In 2017, Q2 was 123%.
And so far we're at 15.
Yeah.
Where where's the similarity? You're telling me like green and red are the common denominators here, that the colors are the same.
Yeah, colors represent positive and negative.
Yeah,
So
I know that.
there's a negative correlation.
But like every month here is either positive or negative. That's the only
Yeah, so it's
correlation
like a
I see between
50%
17 and 25.
But it's
A 50% chance. Okay, bro.
It's more than 50% because you can see historically the average for this month was 13%. Next month is 7.8% historically, and then like June, it's like historically down less than 1%. But in bull months or bull cycles, it can be green.
It could be.
If we're gonna get a red month, I bet you it's gonna be September.
I mean, I like our bet right now. That's what
September
I'm really
or
on.
August.
You're basically saying no red months for the next 4 months. That's what I'm excited about.
April, May, June, July. I mean, I think there will be a lot of volatility within the month, but they're just going to be green, probably upwards of 10%. Because if we get 4 months of 10% and we close at 100, like we're close to 150. You know what I mean? Not like what I'm suspecting for an August price, and then you can see fireworks and.
What up, Mark? What up? Yeah, man. I'm digging that. But I'm looking at where the liquidity's at. Right now, we kind of tapping out. There's some liquidity underneath us, so I wouldn't be shocked if a retracement actually comes into play, bouncing off of here. Not saying that we're going further down, but just saying that we're just going and grab that actual liquidity. As far as taking it up to any other higher numbers.
Where's that liquidity at?
You can go to the heat map real quick just to get a little.
Oh yeah,
visual.
what is the URL for that CoinBot? Because I'm on their site looking at this monthly chart, but
yeah, I'm gonna link it in chat.
I've seen it before. It's like under open interest or something.
Yeah.
Liquidation.
But as of right now, most of the liquidity is sitting above us, which is around at 103, which is everything that I have marked out on my charts. So basically, even if we get up into here, there's really no liquidity to go up further. But unless they open up new positions. But as far as anything else.
Wait, so hold on. I only see up to like 100K on this.
Go up to a 3-month chart.
3-month chart. Hold on. Oh, Model 3?
No. Go to liquidation heat map, and it should be Model 1, and go to the 3-month chart.
3.
Then
okay.
You see that glowing bar at 100,000, 104. That's where the liquidity's at. Yeah, that's where everybody's gonna get liquidated at. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a short squeeze, which means that price goes up to here, takes all this liquidity, even goes a little bit even further, probably to back maybe to this higher range to about $104,000 to $105,000. And then it starts looking for the liquidity that it starts forming because everybody will start putting in new shorts. And they will start.
Dude, it looks like there's fucking liquidity all the way up to 110 right now.
Oh, yeah. They like I said, if you go on the order books, you'll see all the way up to $120,000 that there is nothing but liquidity all day.
That's what that Mandel dude was saying. He's like, wait until you see like all the sell orders that they get stacked all the way up. That's like how he says that they need that liquidity to go up there.
Yep, they need a reason to snatch it. But when it's snatched and there's nothing really holding it underneath, because you see the traders open up new positions underneath. If there's no traders opening it up, then you can assume that it will be a continuation. But if there's money to be grabbed, then that's where the money comes back down and it grabs it.
Yeah, but right now it looks like there's more money up at 100K than anyway, right?
Well, there's free money sitting at 100K, which is people who opened up their shorts and didn't take any profits.
And so those guys aren't closing; they're just like doubling down right now.
Well, they could be, or probably they got that. This is also stop losses. This is a bunch of stop losses mixed in with the actual tickets being liquidated. So a bunch of people could also be stopped out. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Like, I'm just looking. We hit the value area high to the T. Right now it's Friday.
What makes more sense? You go to 90K or you go to 100K? It seems like we're closer to 100K.
No, yeah. Right now, like I said, they could, even if you look at the liquidity, just from a liquidity standpoint, like if you take it down to like the 2 week, you could see that there's, my shit is loading, hold up, but you can see that there's a little bit of a liquidity at the 84,000. There's a lot of liquidity at the 84,000. So now it's a matter of where is there more money sitting at? Where is there more free money sitting at?
Yeah, but isn't that the color, like the more yellow it is, the more money?
Yeah, the brighter it is, the more money it is.
It's brightest at like 100K.
Yeah, it's decently bright, and that's a higher time frame. So because of being a higher time frame, it's definitely gonna be brighter. But if it goes in yellow or something, that's where the money's at. So even us coming down to 86,000, sweeping up the liquidity that we got sitting at 86,000 to continue going back up, to give us the strength to crack above this, because remember, there's just a lot of sell pressure. So every time when we go up $200, we're hitting a new wall of sell pressure.
Yeah, we're like in the liquidity zone, like basically like from where we are all the way up to 110K is like pretty much just liquidity, bro.
Yeah, that's what I got marked out on my charts, and that's what I'm saying. Until we get above these and start trading above these actual areas, because we could be right here, we can come reject off of this value area high, come back down, retest the point of control, which is sitting around $85,000, which will make sense because there's liquidity sitting at the $86,000 range, and then come back over here to give us the strength to take it up to higher levels. But doesn't mean that we're gonna actually just break it. But when we do break it, what we would look for is the confirmation of going above that 104,000, coming back down and retesting the 104,000 as support instead of using it as resistance.
So once we're like 120, we're just like gone.
Well, once we're at 120, once we're at 120, it was the same thing when we hit the 1000s. Like there was resistance where traders automatically, by Fibonacci zones, by Elliott wave theories, by any fucking way that you can think of, there's ways of people to actually start trading within blue skies, and that's where we get those volatility within those blue skies. That's why I told you when we hit 109, I was like, yo, 109 got so much like just pressure built up at 109,000. And we was talking about this when it was at 76, nowhere near 100,000. So I already knew that 109 was going to be a problem. It was just
What's the next problem is what you're saying. The next problem is
120. That's it. We got to get through this problem where we're at right now. We get through this problem. For us to get up to 120 should be relatively easy. But we have to get above this issue where we're at right now. If we can't, and we just make a higher high, then we're basically confirming same thing that we confirmed in 2020, a double top. And this could start getting a little bit more uglier.
we're gonna bust through that bitch.
But this is what I'm watching for. I'm watching for this weekly. I need this data on this weekly because this weekly time frame right now, I'm watching the money flow leave out of this. So even if we go down to like lower time frames, like into like a 3-day, 3 days giving us more of a more of the RSIs are pinched together type shit, giving us more of a it's at a local top right now, but the money flow is pointing up. So if we could translate that into the weekly and start getting this money flow to point up, yeah, the hopes of us getting past 109,000 is real. But as of right now, as a trader, I have to just treat this as one of these tops. Run a tight stop loss at these certain little areas, because when the trade actually plays out, it's gonna play out and pay out big.
It gonna play out and pay out.
Right now, we did our first bump. It came right up, and Tech will tell you, bro. Tech been looking at my chart for over a fucking year. I haven't touched my shit. I haven't moved my shit. I haven't like. There's nothing to move. Like until price breaks out of this range, This is all just a trader's paradise. Nothing.
Trader's paradise. That's all she wanted.
My backup, baby. My backup. Yeah, bro. So right now, I just, if we get rejected from here, price likes to go back down and hunt where that money was at. The money's sitting at the point of control right now. And if we break the point of control, most likely we're going to go back to the micro value area low. And that's, we'll have to reassess everything chart-wise. I can't really see too far into the future, but reassess chart-wise. But right now, we're just waiting on Sunday. We're waiting for that weekly to continue, to keep going in our favor. Hopefully this money flow starts printing in the upward way. And, yeah, we'll be able to start conquering a little higher numbers. But I'm optimistically cautious. I'm not like moon. I'm moon. Like I said, when we turn resistance into support. So when we turn 104 into support, I'm back on the moon boy roller coaster. But as of right now, still treating it. That 2 day, that money flow still coming out the 2 day. 3 days looks good, so we're getting mixed signals within those 2 time frames. And yeah, overall charts are still looking good within the bullish momentum. So I have to trade with the trend. I'm not going to trade against it. This is what we do. This is where we at with it. That's why I'm like, yo, taking it easy, one step at a time, baby. Get him. Taking it one trade at a time.
Got it. Just taking it one trade at a time, bro.
Yeah, man. That's how you make the money, man. I'm not rushing into anything. When price comes into my levels, I go. When it goes into my other levels, I take profits. I try to make it as simple as possible.
You gotta make that money, man. You gotta play that Bone Thugs for me.
Yo, what you sniffing over there, boy?
I've been like practicing breathing through my nose, man. You gotta take them big breaths, bro. You gotta breathe in through your nose every once in a while.
I feel that, man. You be sleeping with that thing?
Sleeping with what?
That thing that keeps your nose open in the middle of the night?
Nah. I might need to one day.
The CPAP machine?
Yeah. Tempest Paradise.
Yo, I got the illest thumbnail.
I got the illest ingrown toenail.
Oh man, this guy is fucking stupid.
Sick.
Shit is crazy in the hood. I think we got that love, we got that hopium still. As long as puzzles got that hopium, that's all that we care about, bro. Whenever I'm feeling down, I just think of puzzles. Oh, all these guys left. Got refresh. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, man. All the hopium lies in you, buddy. That's when I feel down, I think about you, bro. I'm like, yo, puzzles will be thinking about this hopium right now.
Hey, man. I'm just so bullish, man. I just don't know how you can't be at this point.
Because these motherfuckers are in the system.
He's got these motherfuckers on his mind. I mean, they're at like the can't beat them, join them type shit, you know?
Shit, I ain't gonna ever underestimate the enemy. If I can't beat them, I can't join them. I can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't underestimate an enemy either.
And especially the enemy that makes this fairy tale go round. Look at these motherfuckers. BlackRock, 199.854 Bitcoin that they buy. Fucking. These guys are fucking Einsteins, boy.
The Einsteins.
Ooh. Liquidation thresholds. No, I'm not logging in right now. Can't log in right now. Yeah, see, bro, this shit's like, yo, 92,000, 88,000. We got some heat points. We got what? A heat point right above us, 95, which we're already tackling right now. And we got this 100,000. After that, nigga, I don't see shit. Which could be good or bad. It could be. It could be, my dog. All I know is fuck Michael Saylor. And what's that other guy's name? He's this Bitcoin kid. Fuck him too. Forgot his name. Yeah, nigga, my thumbnail came out fire. Yeah, I like that one. I put Corny chat in charts. It came out super fire.
You might be right. Derek Ross was talking about stacking sats today. We might be in trouble.
Derek Floss? That means it's a fucking top. Derek Floss is talking about stacking sats. Oh no. Where the fuck is Tekadan? How's Tekadan be right back? No, be right back. Are you feeding the dog?
He's buying the top real quick. No, he's buying the dip.
Dip, baby, dip. So slide, baby, slide. Come on now. Let's check out gold. How's gold doing? Fuck. Gold and Bitcoin are lovers. They cannot stand.
People are bullish right now, man. I can't help but be super bullish too, man.
I love being bullish, man. I love being bullish.
I'm selling my kidney right now.
Sell your kidney? Sell it to Michael Saylor, bro, because he'll give you a fucking MicroStrategy share, and it'll be converted so you can get your liver back. Yeah. Disgusting.
Convertible kidneys.
Convertible kidneys. Ugh. Look at all this disgustingness. Oh, let's find in the bottom. That's this week we're looking at. Oh nah, this shit's over with. Ethereum's going to 0. It's over. What is this stock bullshit? I don't even got data. Fuck y'all. No data. Alright. iShares, man. These guys are just running a fucking muck. Ooh, fucking dollar. Yo, dollar took such a big shit, bro. That's actually beautiful. That's actually beautiful. Nvidia.
Yeah, how's the rest of the market looking?
Nvidia's up 4% right now.
How much is Nvidia?
Nvidia's 111.
I don't even know what they were.
What they were was like 154, 153.
Holy shit! And they're at what, huh?
They're at 104.
Damn, they took a dumper.
Super shit. Ooh, Palantir, baby. Palantir. It's looking double toppy.
That's Kajuzzi's favorite company.
Smart man.
It's being sarcastic.
Smart man. That shit's been performing, bro. Like, that shit went from $18 to $124, $25. And if you would have just got in, what is this? February of this year, you would have made 600%. Meanwhile, if you would have came in February of this year, you already know. You wouldn't have made shit. Nah. You would have been. You would have been on a bad roller coaster. You would have lost 2%, but you would have been on a bad roller coaster.
Is there gonna be a rivalry between the Sailor Bros and the Jack Mahler's boys?
Ah, fuck them niggas, bro. Sailor, Maulers. No, who the fuck?
Yeah, but you know, like there's been like the community is built around kind of both, really.
Shit, I don't know what community y'all niggas is from. The community I'm from is built around Satoshi.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's gonna cause some funny rivalry kind of something.
Are you suggesting that Maulers and these dudes are gonna do a hard fork?
No, I'm suggesting that Michael Saylor got tipped off that like Jack Mahler's was coming to compete against them, and so Saylor went out and registered the ticker STRK, which stands for strike, right? And basically, like, like now Wall Street doesn't like care. Like when they hear strike, they think of Saylor. You know what I mean? Kind of a funny thing. And they got this new company, 21. And I'm just saying, they're going to be competing for the same capital. As is GameStop and all of them, but, you know. This is going to cause rivalries.
Whose side you on?
I'm on neither of those sides.
Don't be fronting, bro.
I'm just a spectator eating popcorn, you know.
Don't be
You know,
fronting.
I'm like the guy in the meme smoking the bong hit and like watching them scramble.
Don't be fronting, cause that's it, bro. That's it. You have to pick a side. You have to stand 10 toes. Don't trust, verify. Yo, I love the bearish divergences that we're forming, though. It's like clear cut on a 4-hour time frame. Clear cut bearish divergences. Price running up, momentum waves going down. RSI's a little oversold, pinched. Give us a nice little clip. Bam. Come on, 88. Come on, 88. That's all I ask for sometimes. It's just a little trade. A little trade. Yo, Mark, man, what up, bro?
See, look at yours. People already posted. I'm scrolling fucking Twitter. And people are already saying CEP, which is the newly created, that was the SPAC that is used for this company 21, right? So they went up 100% this past week, just so you know.
What company? What company?
So, you know the Jack Mahler's news of the company 21?
Mm-hmm.
So that was a SPAC, which is a special purpose acquisition. So the money was sitting in a ticker called CEP, which was Cantor Equity Partners. And so they announced that Cantor Equity Partners is going to like basically be the ticker for this new company, or like they might change the ticker name in the future, who knows, but the money was sitting there, right? And it went from $10 a share to $20 a share this week.
Nice little Hondo. Nice little Hondo.
But that's fucking crazy, bro.
Nice little Hondo.
And they're like a MicroStrategy competitor.
Well,
It's a MicroStrategy
I think Michael Saylor has dug his grave.
What do you mean, man? This dude is like positioned to be like the biggest Bitcoin bank or whatever.
But if he has to liquidate any of the assets, it's gonna break the theory that he built everything around.
There's no reason that he'll have to liquidate.
Yeah, he will, bro. He has to be able to convert and prove that he's making money with that. And if the price goes underneath,
no liquidation price.
Yeah, he got 2 years.
Yeah, but if he defaults, there's nothing they can do to force the sale of Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, he would have to do right by his fucking investors, and
it's non-recourse. Do you know what non-recourse means?
Yeah.
There's like no accountability.
Oh, that's a great investment then. Who the hell invests into that?
Well, there's no that's so they don't have to sell their Bitcoin.
Well, that's so that he don't have to sell their Bitcoin.
There's no liquidation price. Like a lot of people think like, oh, if Bitcoin goes to $1, they have to sell. Like no, they don't have to sell at any price. And that was kind of like a myth that's been. You can go to strategy.com and you can literally see like any question or concern you have is documented on there now, and you can see how the debt instruments work. And basically none of them they all convert to shares. Like they've already their earliest maturity date is 2028, and at the price that they currently at the price that they're going to convert are at $202. So they're like above that now, and they have 3 years before they have to convert.
I mean, yeah, man. I just don't trust this fucker, bro. Non-recourse, like you said. It's non-recourseable. And I think he just upped his price. I think he went from 66.6 to now sitting a little higher.
Yeah, you can see that on here. You can go to purchases. His average cost is $67,766.
67,000. Oh my God. 66? 666?
No, 67,766.
67,760. I was about to say this nigga's a devil worshiper.
But the thing is, he's been dollar cost averaging up, right? Like if he just bought and held, he would have had like a low price. But because he's made more of his purchases at these, like that's a tough thing to do.
I think he's getting super nervous. That's what I think he's doing. I think he's running out of people. He sees the diminishing returns. He's like, the government needs to step in and buy 5% of this shit immediately. I'll be saying the same thing if I was nervous. I'll be trying to sell everybody.
All the buys. Look at all the buys from 2020. Like he's like bought the whole time.
He has bought.
So like you can see the average cost of Bitcoin over time. Like in 2023, his average cost was 36,000, right? He averaged way up because he was buying at. Look at all those buys he's got at 97, 95, 98, 100, 106, 9. He's basically stacked every number there is to stack. He's been buying the whole time, bro. The smallest one is funny, the one for 11 mil. He was just like squeezing pennies out to get 130 Bitcoin for 82K. He blew his load. He didn't get any in the 70s.
Yeah, because he's the worst fucking. That's why he's a failed businessman.
The other thing is people expect him to like buy the Bitcoin as soon as he raised the money. They don't want to wonder, is he gonna buy it? Is he gonna sell it? What is he doing? He hasn't bought yet. You know. So he just had to buy this week, man. He's been like buying pretty much every other week, which is kind of crazy. Are you on his site right now?
Nah, I'm waiting for you to post it.
Oh, I thought we were looking at the same shit, bro. We can walk through all this shit. I mean, this is like cannibalizing Wall Street, in my opinion. This is like, and it's confirmation with your boy Babyface.
Babyface?
Like,
that's not my boy. That's.
No, trying to do Babyface?
I don't like nobody, bro. I like Bitcoiners and Satoshi. That's it. In blockchain we trust. Not in Babyface we trust.
I mean, see, I just pay attention, man. You gotta like look at everything with it from a bird's eye view.
That's the problem. Them birds, they be zooming in like. Those
They be getting the big picture, man. They flying above us. They flying high. They looking down.
They looking for those little fishies zoomed in. They scalp traders.
So here's a. Are you on the site now?
Yeah.
Yo, if you look, see, this is why this shit's so crazy. If you go to the options, like, and look at MicroStrategy compared to the Magnificent Seven, and you see the open interest on the options compared to like Amazon, they have more open interest than Amazon, and they trade at a fraction of Amazon's price. So that implies that they're like super undervalued. Like if you're doing this kind of volume, like this implies you're $1 trillion company. You know what I mean? So they got fucking more than, and they got more than Google, and they got more than Amazon, and they're like close to Apple. They're you know, they got more than Microsoft, and they're close to Meta. So like, I don't know, man. They're just trading like $1 trillion. They're trading like they're worth trillions of dollars. See what I'm saying? Like they're like trading like gold has got 139,000 million. So what's that, like 139 trillion or billion? I get confused with these numbers. So I think that's 139 billion in open interest in gold, where that's like a 15 trillion dollar, might be 20 trillion, I forget what gold is. And then you look at MicroStrategy, and they're, you know, more than 50% of that. So it's just like trading like it's a massive market cap. It's like comparable to gold. It's comparable to these Magnificent Seven stocks, and it's outperforming as far as like open interest. It's outperforming Microsoft, Amazon, and Apple, or not Apple, Google.
I don't know. Fucking MicroStrategy. Look at this bullshit. 20%. BTC 20% so far. They fucking up.
Yeah, but you see what's happening? Like Cantor Fitzgerald and SoftBank and these guys, they are basically seconding Michael Saylor. They're like legitimizing Saylor by entering the market under the same pretense. And now you have like the nation state. It's like basically the Bank of Japan, and Tether, and Bitfinex, and the guy that's the sitting U.S. Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick. It's those guys entering the space. So this is like legitimizing everything Saylor's been doing on Wall Street, and this is kind of like a signal to the rest of Wall Street, like, hey, we're gonna move into this Bitcoin per share and Bitcoin yield metric, and that's how we're gonna be valuing ourselves. And the more companies that do this, like that's the shift. That's the change, in my opinion. That's like we're not calculating our returns in dollars anymore. We're calculating our returns in Bitcoin, like all of us have been doing, right? Like your whole shit is get Bitcoin by any means, right? Like you're trying to increase your Bitcoin, and that's what these entities. That's their priority. That's their goal, is to find ways to increase their Bitcoin holdings. And right now, the easiest way is just to keep raising money to the open markets, because every day more of these guys are realizing gains on their cash flow. Like their cash flow machines just generating money every day that they got to put to work.
Cash flow be real, bro. That's what I
But
do know.
look at this site, man. Go click on the debt, click on the history, click on the purchases.
No, I'm watching him. He is definitely buying. If I really sit back and do some cracking, he could have done 100 times better. Yeah, I see, man. He's doing his thing. He's building the hype. He's building it. He's the only one pushing it. He's the first one pushing it.
He's got 5 years of stacking, and like heads aren't gonna be able to catch up. That's what's happening.
8% dividend.
Look at if everybody starts doing their shit in Bitcoin, which, to be honest, like it's stupid to look at the value of things in dollars these days. Like that's why we all price things in sats. How much Bitcoin is that, right? And that's about to be the whole fucking entire Wall Street. They're all gonna be looking at these Bitcoin per share metrics and the FASB account. Like basically, they're gonna have gains and losses every quarter based on the Bitcoin price and how much Bitcoin they have. So like they're gonna legitimize that as a form of cash flow income, even though it's unrealized essentially.
Shit is crazy in the hood. That's what I do know. That's what I do know.
What else, where would you rather have your money right now? In cash? That's like dangerous as fuck.
Euro dollar, yen.
Huh?
I have my money in the yen.
The yen is going down.
That's what I'm saying. So now you want to get in. So when them yields go up, you're like, yeah, boy.
Oh man, you do not. Dude,
I'm just singing a song. But realistically, it's not bro. All you doing is, like I said, man. It's a power play. If you play it right.
Trade like forex in the investor sense is hard, but forex in the futures sense is actually like way easier than most things.
Ooh, get 'em, Tech.
That's where I learned to trade. I came from forex, immediately went to Bitcoin, and started losing my ass off. Have not stopped.
Yeah, but the yen against the dollar has been in like a death spiral.
Sure, you could have shorted it because it's futures.
Yeah, but he was just saying that he would buy the yen.
Yeah, but obviously he's not doing that.
No, yeah, I'm not doing that. But I am following the money. You know who's buying? You know who's buying a whole bunch of Japanese yens and shit right now? Warren Buffett, baby.
Like the argument for nobody wants to hold dollars is true of all forex. So like you could say like the yen, nobody wants to hold the yen, nobody wants to hold the euro, nobody wants to hold any dollars.
Unless it's giving me 24% in 24 hours, I'll take that shit.
Unless you're Buffett, right? Unless you're Warren Buffett and literally have trillions or billions or whatever to like manage, like then it might be good to have some dollars.
Buffito.
Because you're hedging.
I got a thing in my wallet, so I can't really change it.
Yo, you got that fiat and that shit has not been losing purchasing power in that wallet, right? Let me know.
No. I got coin. Bitcoin.
Oh, you got Bitcoin in that wallet? Yo, do you got any spare Bitcoin for me? Any spare Bitcoin? Any spare Satoshis?
I don't know how long it takes to, move that stuff.
Yo, all I know is that I just see debt, convertible A, debt. Convert has to be 2028, 2029. He got a lot of converting to do.
Yeah, but that's the thing is they can't. It's not your cash out like that debt like isn't. They have to. Some of them have a cash option, but I think those are all executed and converted. So basically, let me get to the debt page. Yeah, all the ones that say convert, they automatically the holders have to choose when to convert it, but MicroStrategy has an option to like basically like pressure them to convert or settle in cash. So MicroStrategy is the one who has the option to pay them off in cash if they don't convert by a certain date. And so you can see that they have a put date. You see that put date? The date on which bondholders may require strategy to repurchase their bonds. And then, so I guess that's when these companies have until that date, and then after that date, they can only convert into shares. And then MicroStrategy also has a date too within there that they can call, and they can basically call these bondholders and say, you have to convert to MicroStrategy now, or we're going to pay you in cash. And so you can see what the price is, right? The last traded price for the bond under the price. They are all way in the money, right? Like not a single one of them is underwater, and they have, an average of 4.9 years to mature.
Nah, I don't know. It seems like Master Splinter over here is pulling an okie doke on these people.
Yeah, but the other thing you got to realize is these bondholders that own those bonds, you can't, like, those deals are sweet. Like, people wish they could have those deals. You have to be an accredited investor to even purchase that. So that's not even retail. That's institutional. That's actually like insurance companies and like their
guy.
Well, I'm just like showing like how this is like structured. Like, this is financial engineering, dude. This is
financial engineering. I like that.
This is social engineering at its finest.
So you see the conversion price over there too, like like you can see the ones that are expiring in 2028 are like at 183. The most expensive one is the 2030 at 430, and it's almost in the green, right? Like what price are they at? They're a little under 400 or something. So, I mean, like that's a long dated call option, right? And the conversion price is $400. So like in 2030 or 2031, what do you think like these, this stock is going to be? That's, you got another halving, and I mean, it just seems that the Bitcoin is going to be worth more than double today, right? So
for sure.
Yo, what up, new Defi? What the fuck you doing, bro? What's the play?
Yeah, bro. MSTR, bro. Everyone's converging and realizing it was worth the wait. MSTR, man.
Hello, Nico.
Greetings.
Yo, shit is getting real in the hood, and that's all I do know. And these motherfuckers, they don't give a fuck. Convert your Bitcoin, baby. That's what they want you to do.
Yeah. I finally understood what you meant, Prolific, when they're like, oh, Wall Street's going to test their diamond hands. Then I started looking in all the yield creating stuff. So it's like, it's true, but looks like these things will generate some profit for a couple of years. And it's like hot potato, musical chairs. Like, who will be the last one in the chair?
I don't know, doggy.
here's an
You
interesting
tell me.
stat. So like Bitcoin's up like 100% from last year, roughly, and MSTR is up roughly 200%.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
That's because it's stealing all the mojo with its fake ass ETF.
No, it's not because it's stealing all the mojo. It's because, like, think of it as, like, how easy is it to dump money? It's easier to dump money into MSTR than it is to Bitcoin.
I don't know, bro. What I do know is that somebody needs to get punched in their face.
There's more liquidity that's tied up in accounts that can't buy Bitcoin directly. So that is like, quote unquote, free lunch, right? Because like Bitcoin can't be bought with it. What else are you gonna do with it? If you can put it in MicroStrategy, then yay, MicroStrategy goes up. But it doesn't. It's like that money wasn't gonna go to Bitcoin. Period. Flat out. Wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Not at those levels, not those percentages of the portfolio.
You're talking like people pulling out of their retirement accounts and shit, right? To put it into Bitcoin. And like that happens, but it's not at scale. Like we're not seeing.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is like decentralized versus centralized, right? Like Sailor's here and he's going on podcasts and he's telling people like, yo, ape into this shit. And like Satoshi's just like gone and he's never coming back, you know?
Word.
Well, he's on Twitter, but yeah.
He is on Twitter though.
Got that government check.
He got that good old government. Man, I think this shit is wavy in the hood. And as long as it's wavy in the hood, it's gonna be wavy in every hood. And that's it. Like, I know people be like, nah, my hood is different. Nah, nigga, your hood ain't different. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I be trying to tell you.
A hood is a hood is a hood.
Bro, that's what I'm trying, bro. That's it. That's what it is. And I'm free balling right now, like real talk. I'm like, yo, just coming up with shit off the top of the dome because I'm trying to post this on Twitter right now. But
I was like, when I was like 12 years old, bro, I was like, yeah, the government sure acts like a gang, and you can kind of prove that they've acted like a gang. And then I got older, and I'm like, oh, they literally partnered with the gang or took notes, like learned from them. So yeah, you know, and it's like, that's Wall Street, bro. Or Wall Street and our CIA and everything was invented off of stealing money. Just straight up. Yeah. Every bit of our government involves taking from the poor and giving to the rich. As much as they can stretch that. And that ain't gonna change.
Never.
Anytime soon.
It ain't never ever gonna change. Especially when
the way I see Bitcoin is I think it does ultimately, it corrupts. It literally just corrupts our financial system to an extent. Like it's already corrupted, but it adds like a new type of corruption. Because everybody's chasing invisible gains, right? It's like, yeah, you can realize them in the short term, but over the long term, like all it does is take the available capital and sort of deletes it. It like sort of deletes it over the longest term. Like, you know, MicroStrategy can stack up and hold and play their control game, and eventually they'll distribute some. They'll want to distribute some, whether it's in the form of loans and all that shit. Whatever, all the Bitcoin in the world is getting tied up in different things. It just means the money's, you know, like unless you're realizing something off of it. So like, you know, Jointz, if you go take money out of your trading account and you say, well, I bought this coffee off of Bitcoin, like that's true. And the coffee got bought, you know. And like 10 years ago, somebody was buying a pizza with it.
No,
and in 100 years, they'll be buying a pizza with it.
All they did is I give somebody on a debit card, I give somebody my Bitcoin. I say, hey, you're allowed to take my Bitcoin, and then they use cash and take my Bitcoin. That's the game.
Yeah. It is like, it's like hot potato, I guess. Like Nuda said, the whole thing is all hot potato. Whether it's Bitcoin or shitcoins or ETFs and stocks, all of it, bonds, like finance, the whole economy is fucking hot potato.
Super hot.
2008 proved it, right? 1929 proved it.
What you mean? What you mean, Willis? What you mean 2008 proved it? Were you talking about that financial crisis? 'Cause that financial
the
crisis
people
right
fucking,
there.
unless you were like middle class then, you don't remember it. Like it didn't even affect you. You know, it's not even a part of. They go, oh, remember that time that thing happened? Yeah, it's like those other things.
Remember that time when the planes ran into the building?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yo, I was standing right there next to the building, so I'm the one who could crack all the jokes and be like, yo, remember that shit? 'Cause that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
That shit was insane. And they did it all for a cover up. So if they want to cover shit up, they'll throw some planes in that motherfucker. None of us is ready for no damn planes.
Facts. Planes, bombs, dude, any of that shit.
Yeah, bro, we're not ready for none of it.
We're not ready. We're going to work. Like,
We're like, thumb in our ass. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I'm the toughest person on the motherfucking planet.
Yeah.
Fucking my wife is Karen.
Them from accounting. Shit. No, so another fun fact about 9/11 though.
Let's
It's
do it.
interesting that
Let's
all
do
those
it.
buildings came down on top of, like, so there's like the surface, and then there's like these basement levels, sub levels. I think there's like 7, and they have like shopping mall and shit down there. But more importantly than all the infrastructure is the major infrastructure. So the retaining walls, or whatever they're called, they keep the slushy garbage that New York is built on top of. They gotta protect what's underneath the building and make sure it's sturdy. And New York's underneath the soil is not generally like in different parts. It's like this big marshy crap, so you can't build on top of it. So they have to start with a foundation, right?
Or
Which is
plastic
by
bottles.
hauling out, making cement and these big ass walls. But these walls weren't injured during 9/11. All of these buildings came down on top of the surface, right? And the fucking retaining walls, mint
Well,
condition.
they knew it.
Even when there was so one of the buildings had a big hole in it. It wasn't the towers. Like one of the smaller buildings had a big hole in it, and they had to pull it down with cables to protect the retaining walls, which were uninjured. How the fuck do these walls get uninjured with the mountain of towers falling down on top of them?
Because they precisely
Everything
did
else
it.
got fucked up.
They knew what
This is
time
like
it was.
surgical, bro.
They were like, yo, these dudes is not playing, cuz.
Looks like a supply squeeze is coming sooner than you think, Johnny.
Oh man, we've been talking about a supply squeeze for over a fucking year. Let me guess, the OTC
Yeah,
market's
yeah.
running out of
Well,
Bitcoin?
It's normally after the first year of the halving, so it's about a year.
Yo,
52,500 blocks.
the halvening?
So, look at exchange balances. Look at that shit in your plain glass.
Exchange balances.
Bitcoin exchange balance. Looks like it just spiked up today.
Yeah. Exchange balances is gonna look good today because everybody's selling right now. Yeah, it's up. Boop. It's gonna keep going up, bro. That's the time that people sell. When the price goes up, usually smart people, they sell. It's usually the dumb people who buy when the price goes up because they're being greedy and they want to
I like
capitalize.
buying red day myself.
Yo, red days, are like the best green days I ever seen in my goddamn life.
Let's see here.
When I see that red on that chart,
30-day change. What do we got?
Viagra ain't got shit on that chart.
63K coming offline.
You know what I'm saying? But as soon as I see green, you know what happens to me when green? I start going out to dinner. I go out to dinner. I enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? I take profits. I might trick a little. Like, shit. You know? Like, this is what we got. Profits. But then everybody will come and be like, oh, shit, guess what? I just heard Michael Saylor said we're going to 444,000 next week. He's going to make a buy. And then we tank. Yo, bro.
That was that Josh Mandel guy.
Yo, we can only listen to bullshit for so long. And like I said, your man Michael Saylor, the sailor boy of Bitcoin, one day his boat is gonna come crashing because Bitcoin don't give a fuck about him either.
Migraine.
Michael Saylor, talk about migraines.
He's gonna lose his teeth in a sailing accident.
Yo, my nigga Tig. Damn, I don't even know. Damn, I deleted my chart with all that happening shit that we did. I mean, I got it on Twitter, but goddamn. Fuck it.
Hey Puzzles.
Hey, Diggs.
Can you ask Nostr if she's been on Steam Deck at all?
I don't think she got. She just walked by saying she has a headache.
Oh, okay, shit.
It's over, bro. She can't play with the sticks tonight.
It's all good. It's just I won a game giveaway or whatever.
Oh,
I'm pretty
shit.
sure what she wanted, so I sent it to her, but I don't know if it was actually the game or not.
Damn, you're a good friend. You won a game giveaway and you gave it to Naso. You're such a good friend, bro.
I already had the game. Like, I literally bought it a few hours earlier. I already put in the time on it, and then like, yeah, they're doing a giveaway. It was like 1,000 people up for it. I was like, yeah, I feel good.
I like that, bro. You be whooping ass in the game. I haven't played the game in so goddamn long. Oh shit! I almost threw my phone across the floor.
Rev Huddle.
Rev?
Hey, Rev.
Hey, Rev. How you doing, Rev?
What's up? I like today. Today was a good day.
It was a good day. I didn't have to bring out my AK.
My AK.
You know what I'm saying? It's always a good day.
What was your favorite part about today, Rev?
I bought a S19K Pro from a dude who thought it was broken. 2 hash boards work. So I got like 50 terahash for basically the cost of a power supply.
The come up for Rev Huddle.
Word. That was lit.
He's gonna see you on Nostr talking about how he got burned.
Nah, he's gonna be like, I can't believe I paid for this shit so much. Wink.
Hey, do you know anything what's going on? There's like a big group that's gonna be like pointing hash to a pool tomorrow for like some hours or something.
Is it the telehash tomorrow?
It's like QW and people.
I don't. Dude, I have not paid attention to Nostr at all.
I was thinking about firing up my S19 tomorrow to point. Like, they're all, like, going to be solo mining. But I don't really know about... I guess some dude on Nostr's got this block party thing where you can, like, set up a time. It's like an event, like, where everybody just, like, you know, points their hash to a certain spot for a certain period of time, and you can buy hash off of people.
I don't know. Maybe I think they had them on the podcast. QW did.
Yeah, I didn't listen to it, but I didn't know if you were doing that or like I was like, damn, that sounds kind of cool. I might be down, but I don't know really.
I want to try and start like this solo mine Sunday.
Solo
movement,
mine Sunday, yo, that I want to be part of that shit.
where you just like hide the network with your hashes. You know, you just donate your hashes for Sunday.
No, what we gotta do is you gotta have a pool, right? Like, so think of it as like a pool that you only like, you're not hashing all the time, right? Like you set up like a period of time, whether it's like 10 hours.
Pool party.
It's like it's just like for like, okay, everyone's gonna be hashing for 4 hours, and we're all going to point to this pool address.
Pool party, baby! Pool party!
And like we're gonna split the reward if we get it. We're gonna split the reward based on our hash.
Yeah, there's something like that already
That's what this
called
guy's doing
Wrigley.
tomorrow. Yeah, Wrigley.
Yeah, Wrigley.
But I don't
Yeah.
know how it really works, and I'm kind of down to point hash for a little bit.
You can do that with demand pool, where you can kind of make these sub solo hash pools, and it will calculate the work that each person contributed, and if you find the block, it will divvy that up accordingly. But it's hard, man, to really know for sure. One person fires up a bid axe and the other person fires up a S19, and you hit the block, and it's like the bid axe is probably going to get paid out the same as the S19 guy, you know?
Beautiful.
Oh, you have to buy the hash rate from them.
That sucks, bro. That's a shit coin. If you gotta buy a hash rate from people,
No, you can send the hash there. Yeah, so we can hash.
I was about to say that's a shit coin, bro.
Yeah, this whatever that was, I heard about it and I immediately had red flags go up, but I didn't ever look into it because of that.
The
I don't
guy's
know.
on Nostr though, so I kind of like have to give like kind of some.
It's got some name to it too, like what is it called? Fucking.
It's called appendo.wrigley.io.
Wrigley, yeah, Wrigley is the scam.
Co-founder.
I don't know if it's a scam or not, but I'm assuming that it is.
I feel like QW is like putting his name on there, but
Well, you know, everyone gets caught eventually.
yeah, I'm gonna just sit this out. You're right. Fuck these guys. But I was gonna like throw my hash to them for like fucking a few hours and like see if they
Well,
get.
for a few hours, we got not a lot to do.
Also, having a pool that was just like once a week or something, you know.
Yeah, the whole thing is like, what does it cost?
Everyone
you,
in
like,
Nostr
$1
does it.
in electricity to like throw some hash over there, and like, if you got like a bunch of people hashing for a couple hours, like, what's the big? You know what I mean?
That'd be kind of cool.
There's this idea though that like, you know how like, have you ever heard studies where if you get a bunch of people praying or meditating in a certain area,
Yeah. Stay 5 meditation.
that the crime rate goes down and shit like that, like in a quantifiable way. I think the same thing is true with mining, where if there's enough people solo mining on Sunday, and they're all focusing their energy on finding a block, then somebody in that group is going to find a block that day. If there's like enough people, you know, a critical mass. And I don't even think it has to be like an exahash or anything crazy like that, just a few petahash. But I believe.
Well, why don't we do it tomorrow? I'm just gonna wake up at 9 a.m. or a little before, because that's when it starts. So I was gonna wake up early. And
Well, what I'm talking about is like hashing to your own node. You know, like it. You have to be set up to do that. Which,
yeah, they give you. What do you mean? You just like you put the address in where you're pointing to.
I'm talking about like true purist solo mining, where you're like hashing to your own node.
Yeah, the
And-
real deal Holyfield, bro,
yeah,
not that
yeah,
fake shit.
But I think it's like to solo mine to your own node. You're still using something like CK pool, right?
No, you can. Well, yes, you can do that, but I'm talking about setting like there's Sky Urban Hacker who's got a script that you can pretty much one click install the ability to solo mine directly to your node, and you can now with Datum, I guess you can also like pool other people into your node. Like you can use your node as like the pool operator essentially, but you can't calculate the work, right? So to distribute the stuff equally. So skip all that. Just everyone mines to their own node, and you just pray that somebody in this movement hit the block, right? It could be you, but it's just a different thing. It's a different thing.
Yeah, but you still have to like. So I don't think there's any software. Like I was interested in like having my own pool, right? And there's no software that you can like open sourcely just like have your own pool.
Oh yeah, you gotta chat GPT it.
There's one on Umbrel at least I know of. can't remember what it's called, but it just hosts a mining pool for yourself.
Yep.
If you want to do solo mining without going through CK or anything.
And you already know, man. Hit up Grok, hit up ChatGPT. They'll code you something ASAP.
Yeah, I didn't even think
There's
that's
definitely
actually a
open
good idea.
source mining pools already. Like you can just Google that and you'll find, like I found mining core on GitHub. It's
Yeah, but
not-
I'm kind of like sketched out. Like, has anyone verified? Like, anyone vouched for these things?
Right. You don't know that if you do find a block, if it actually is going to work.
Right.
You're gonna. That's the problem.
Yeah, bro. Russian roulette. You gotta
I'll
take.
link it in chat. But yeah.
Someone could be stealing your hash for years, you know?
You gotta take the gamble. Nah, you just do it. You just do it if you
Or
win.
another guy made this one.
If you win, you
Do
see
a
what's
little
up.
Research, like if you just throw your hash power at random shit, then yeah, expect to get robbed.
Yeah, but like, this is like a Nostr project, which I'm interested in.
Yo,
so I was-
throw me all your hash power and I'll double it for you.
For real.
Well, you gotta have at least an elaborate scam like these guys. These guys have a pretty elaborate scam. Because don't forget, like, your payout address is still your Bitcoin wallet. Like, you're just giving them, you're just pointing the hash. Like, you can point hash to any mining pool. You can point hash within a few clicks. Like 2 clicks. Copy, paste. Done.
So you wanted to host your own pool, right? So your friends could mine with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely software to let you do that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I just linked it.
There you go.
Yeah, there's mad things for you to do, bro. Come on, man.
Well,
You
I don't
slacking. You
I'm
slacking.
gonna have to run Umbro.
No.
Umbro's pretty good, bro. It's not the worst thing in the world.
But I think it relies on the node. So probably link up all nice and clean.
Oh, okay. This is good to know. I didn't know this. But
This
still, I would,
guy works at Umbro as well.
so it just comes standard with Umbro. So it used to come standard with Bitcoin Core. That's why I'm kind of like, why did they remove it?
Yo, that's because they took it away, bro. The game is changing, player.
So can anyone? So if I start a pool, anyone can
Yeah,
go
yeah,
there?
yeah. I'll join right now. Let me know. I'll join right now, but I know you gonna steal my hash rate.
I'm not gonna steal your hash. But then how do you? What happens if somebody points to my hash? Like, see, I don't think that's like this might be good for you to solo hash, but how do you like
Game bang? How we truly
like,
game
if
bang?
you want to have other people point to your pool, like you're gonna have to calculate what their hash rate was, and like, you know, you're gonna have to.
Surely that's taken into account.
You think?
Yeah, it must be. Because you'd have like different workers. Yeah, it says you monitor your total hash rate, track individual miners, and receive rewards directly to your chosen Bitcoin address. I imagine it would. It just makes sense.
Damn, I'm gonna have to run Umbrel now. I might as well just buy one of their shitty computers.
No, if you're running a Bitcoin node, you could probably just point it. The pool software or whatever.
Everything these days is pointable, bro. It's all a pointable system.
The internet.
It's the internet now, bro.
Okay, I didn't know that was there. That's good to know.
This is what we're here for, bro. The Bitcoin OGs to OG it together. And then we argue later.
Oh, there's another one as well.
Urban Hacker version of it's the Strata V2, so you can build your own block template and connect it right with your node. It should be a script that you can just like pretty much install fairly easily.
So is this what Wrigley's doing?
I don't know. If they're making everybody run through their own thing, then it's different. You know that you have to trust them. And obviously you still have to trust all these GitHub repositories too that they're not doing some weird shit. This urban hacker guy, I've been sort of in these Telegram chats with him for a while. People have used it. I don't really know either, but I trust him because I'm like connected to him. He does the what's it called, the what's the privacy podcast, Watchmen Privacy. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Yep, I've heard of that.
Yeah, he's the co-host of that podcast now.
Oh, cool.
They do like a lot of video game content now. Like he likes video games, I guess. So a lot of their episodes are about video game shit, which is interesting. Just a world that I'm totally disconnected from.
Yo, Tig is a fucking gamer, like gamer to the core.
We'll have to look into that for sure.
Yeah, they just did an episode about like Minecraft and like the anarchy servers and stuff.
Okay.
Like how the Minecraft anarchy servers like actually helped Google Maps to like build better routing capabilities. Like also how Minecraft like found these vulnerabilities in JavaScript or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Getting Tig hard over there. The Tiggernator.
So I just used Corny Chat a couple days ago to record a podcast.
No word. You on one right now, buddy. You on one right now. Link up. Let's link up.
Start the recording.
I already did. And we've been on for 1 hour and 22 minutes. Me and Puzzles, man. Puzzles is I'm gonna start cutting this nigga 20% of these checks soon.
All those zaps and boosts.
After he has this red month in May, he'll feel a lot better.
Yeah, we made a bet here that that we got 4 green months, so April, May, June, July.
Notice how everybody's still quiet for that.
Yeah.
He said, I'm gonna point my hash, man. Pointed my hash, man. Bro, I don't understand why that miner isn't turned on anyways, bro. Solo mining for the fuck of it, cause you a Bitcoiner. Like, you should be on Twitter every day telling everybody, I solo mine with an S9. I don't give a fuck about electricity. I care about the network. And then Tekadam come out and be like, yeah, network. Every time when I say something funny, that niggas go.
Have all the hash rate, man.
All the hash rate, bro.
Yeah, I could probably point like 500 terahash over there.
Holy shit, that would be fucking crazy. I'll point 100 and something.
Damn, I'm gonna point my 1.2.
I guess I could get 140, 100 and yeah.
Plug
I
in
could
all that.
double their hand.
Yo, rug salesman, tell me you're from Twitter, bro. Don't be shy. Unmute yourself.
Actually, Jointz has got a genius thing going on. He's got people from Twitter coming over here.
Tell me you from Twitter, doggy. Don't be scared. You can talk.
Well, sometimes there might be an audio glitch where they have to give permission, so
Man, I'm hoping
they
that
can
this
chat
is-
in the chat, maybe chat them.
Oh yeah, there's a chat, bro. Let me know if you from Twitter, baby. If you from Twitter, set up a wallet. I'll zap you right now.
Yeah, when the halving was going on, I fired up every hash that I had, and I pointed it all at Kano pool. Because if Kano pool hit a block when the halving, those blocks were like mining like 10 Bitcoin and shit and fees. It would have been like a huge payout.
Damn, when was that? During the ordinals rush?
Well, it was just, yeah, I guess like all the
Yeah,
ordinals.
I had hash going around that point too, dude. I remember like seeing the payouts, but I was still hashing with Brains, so they kind of fucked me.
Yeah, Brains was full paper share at that point, so you probably still got some P's.
Yeah, but like I felt like I should have got.
Damn, we scared them away. Man, hopefully they come back. I posted on Twitter, I was like, yo, come in the Corny chat, no end pub required. You guys can talk to us. But Tekkadan looks scary, so I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but they might have audio. Tell them if they have like audio, they just gotta allow it in the browser or something.
I need the dev. Where the fuck is the dev, bro? This nigga's on a date or something?
He's been dating.
Yo, bro, where's Barry? Put Barry on the mic. You talk to Barry.
Alright, enough talk of Wrigley in there. And just see everybody's getting all pumped for it tomorrow.
Well, jump in, dude. What do you got to lose? A couple dollars in electricity? See what?
Yeah, I gotta go dust
A
off
couple
the-
dollars in electricity. This nigga is a fucking solar miner. Like nothing. This
Yeah,
he
it
don't
won't-
pay.
it
He don't
won't
pay
really cost
nothing.
anything.
Life is free for him, bro. He's like, what? Turn on the miner? Psh, no problem. Boo. Pew.
Well, I haven't had this one on because I gotta make sure that my utility basically fucked me when I went solar here. Somehow they defaulted me into monthly settlement. So like they would square up like every month, and my kilowatt hours weren't carrying over. They were like cashing me out every month. And then they were like, well, you have to finish out the first year, and then you can switch, and it's a fucking pain in the ass, dude. So I basically just stopped hashing since the halving.
The power company always tries to fuck you over, dude. Did I talk about they recently sent me a bill for $3,100?
Oof. Oof.
It's supposed to be like it should have. My last bill was 800, and this bill should have been like 600, and I get a bill for 3,100. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I got a line to the lady at the power company, and I called her like every hour for like 2 days straight. No answer, no response. I'm like, oh, I'm fucked. They're trying to pull something sneaky. Still waiting to see what the hell the deal is.
Oh, you haven't heard back?
No. She
Have
sent
you
me an
been
email.
happy with that new S19 that you got?
She's like, oh, I'm gonna look into your. I've been getting your calls. Because I left her a voicemail. I left her like 100 voicemails. I was like, dude, this is ridiculous.
Yo, what up, AI prompter? Where you from? Where you from?
You
from
don't have
Twitter?
to spook people, man.
Yeah, I'm spooking them.
No, it's me, Jointz. I just stopped on here just to see what y'all got into.
Yo, what's good?
Alright,
What's good?
just
What's
seeing what
good?
y'all talking about, man. Y'all on a different level. Just tuning in.
Nah, man. You know, we got this little corny chat thing. You know, we run to some spaces, but we genuinely like to come over here because we could zap the crowd and everything.
I got you. It's rugging a little.
Yeah, it's all good, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate that though.
Hey, no problem.
The facts, man. Shit is wavy in the hood, man. My bad. I didn't mean to disturb that conversation. What were y'all talking about? Pointing the hash? Where were y'all pointing the hash at?
Well, it's just an interesting thing. I just don't know much about, but it's like basically just like a time slot to point your hash together to see you can solo mine a block with a bunch of people. But they only have like the equivalent. Like it looks like it's everyone's using bit axes or whatever. I guess you can buy hash from the guy that's organizing this thing. It's basically coordinating like a mining pool for like a defined period of time, and so it's just like gambling. It's like buying a scratch ticket or buying a Powerball ticket, I guess, for the day.
I
But their
mean,
hash
yo,
rate's
some people
about
with
the-
that shit, bro. The gambling addiction is through the roof. Some people are really with that. Like, I got a
That's
bunch of
why
my
I'm like,
boys that is
I
ready
got
to do it right now.
my hash over there for, like, you know.
I got my boys buying miners left and right. I'm like, bro, now y'all niggas want to mine when it's like 3.4,
I mean,
3.5.
mining is like for like a hobbyist, unless you have like a way to like reuse the heat, like Rev Hodl talks about using it for drying his clothes, or like, you know, drying like food, or using it to get like using the byproduct of heat. Otherwise, if you're just trying to stack sats, I mean, like, you're better off just buying Bitcoin, I feel like. But if you're trying to learn and you're trying to, you know,
Some people just buying because of that BitX thing, like that, like you said, a lottery ticket. So they're
well, that
looking
really
at it like
bothers
that.
me, because you should just get an S9 and then you get more hash and heat. So it's like a space heater, and yeah, it's like you got more hash for a lower price. Yeah.
You know, they need to make a hash machine that anything that machines and cools down your house. Boy, I'll buy 100 of those.
Well, chillers like chill water. Like when I was growing weed, I like had a hydro set up, and I had a chiller that would heat or cool. So I think it's like two separate processes. I guess you could absorb the heat, like if you had a way to, I don't know.
Shit is crazy, man. But these miners are selling, boy. That's all I know, man. When the miners sell, it's capitulation time, baby. It's time.
Well, actually, like the hash price, or rather the price of the miners are derived from, you know, the hash and the price of Bitcoin. So like, you get your hash price, which normally when you're in a bull market, you see the cost of the machines kind of go up faster than Bitcoin.
It's a hustle, baby.
I mean, think about an S9 is over 10 years old now, and like them things still worth $100. You know, them things were worth like over 1,000 at one point. You know, they're still.
You know, they hashing the hashes. As long as they hashing hashes, people good. Yo, see, they gonna come and snatch this liquidity.
I think the S19s will probably be like, you know, have it be around in like 10 years as well. Like, and it's like the bit axes are literally scraps of the S19s. Like, they're like literally dismantled. Like Rev just got 2 working hash boards. He can create probably 100 bit axes with that, right? So the boards are like open source, so anyone can go to their GitHub and print the BitX boards, and then solder the chips and and like attach the power supply and a fan.
Yo, all I know is that we need to score this Bitcoin, man, before they score it all. So turn on the miner, man. Turn on the miner. Don't be scared, bro. We can't let BlackRock get it. Where's Vic? He should print that up in a 3D printer.
Man, I've been smoking a lot of weed this week. I'm gonna have to go back.
Yo, I am so excited that I get to smoke some good ass California weed tomorrow. I'm so excited. So fucking yo, bro. You know what else is lit? that we starting to get this thing in motion, baby. Rev, where you going, bro? AI prompter, my guy is back. Yo, we getting it cracking, bro. We need to get it cracking. Yo, we need you to talk about price predictions, bro. That's what we need. The people love that. Where you think the price is going next week? Are we going to 444,000 puzzles?
Well, I was telling you earlier how I see it kind of like, just if you get 10% 4 months, 5 months in a row, you're at like 150-ish.
Bro, you got a lot of hopium, bro. That 10,000 sats is on this.
I mean, I don't think that's like. I mean, I just think that you're just gonna hear a change of tune from Wall Street. Hey, Daisy, none of that.
Daisy,
Please.
grown men are trying to have a conversation.
You're just gonna have positive news. Like what bad, what bad news is there?
Yo, bro, we had so much positive news. Like, what else could we have? Have? Like, I just think that literally the president tweeted, "Yeah, it's on and popping," and nothing. God candle and God candle right back down. 10,000 up, 10,000 down.
Hey man, I just think that like we're entering a new era where people are gonna be like paying attention to the amount of Bitcoin. Like they're gonna be measuring things in Bitcoin, and that's evident. Like, and watch what they do, not what they say, man. Just watch what they do. You got your fucking sketchy boy Howard Lutnick there, and Jack Mahler's,
Jackie boy.
shoulders. So they're in cahoots, as you could say, and they're like seconding the sailor strategy. Like they're basically following suit. You like that?
I mean, like I said, man, Michael Saylor's strategy is cute, but like I said, bro, they're buying a whole shit. Where's price going? All this buying is on OTC markets. Price ain't going nowhere, and then they wash trade, and they don't need the price to go up 10% like we need. Like we get excited, they just need the price to go up 1%. They just need to smack that trade out for 1 hour.
I mean, I'm not really like a trader, so.
No, I'm just saying, like overall, like that's all they gotta do. Like so, them hodling.
Yeah, like what's the problem if you sit on your hands? Like if you go back a year, Daisy, you're gonna have to leave. If you go back 1 year, you're up about 100%. You're like you doubled your money.
Yeah, but it's to them. They're like, well, within this whole entire month, they doubled their money. Within this whole month, with price going down, price goes up, they're gonna triple, quadruple their money, while you only double your money. Like that's the game that they're in.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not really worried about what everybody else is doing. I'm just trying to protect my purchasing power here and like trying to make sure. Like if I was in dollars, like what's the alternative here? Like if I was in dollars, I would be able to buy less.
No, yeah, right now, especially being dollar, you'll be fucked. It's Bitcoin is definitely it's one or the other, Bitcoin or gold, but Bitcoin obviously has a little bit more intrinsic value than just having paper stocks of gold. So yeah, I will be parking mine in Bitcoin too, but like I said, I'm watching the diminishing returns, and I'm understanding that these guys are coming in and they are traders. They're not hodlers. They're not looking at the program like that. They're looking at the program out of the lens of a trader.
No, like who are you saying is the trader?
Or to everybody who's in these ETF game, all these dudes.
Yeah, but the ETFs are like having inflows. Like if you just look over the past year, like they're like maybe day to day they're buying and selling, but when you zoom out and get rid of the noise, there's clear direction, and that direction is like they're accumulating. So you got publicly traded companies now. You got, a few of them recently just being launched and just like raising money, and it looks like the domino effect is really starting to like knock over dominoes, because it's you got so many the whole stock market is like built on zombie companies. Like they're all zombie companies. They're all looking for the next merger or an acquisition that they can pull off, or like they're all looking for a way out. And like they get so desperate where the only option is Bitcoin. Like that's the only thing. Like they're like they got their back against the wall. They're forced into the corner. And Bitcoin is like, it's either like, bankruptcy, sell the company, or just continue like kind of riding it into the ground.
Or they could look at Bitcoin and be like, this is a liquidity pool for them that they could tap into to keep on funding their fucking shenanigans. Only one, if it's only one way looking, then that it's impossible for it to look one way. It has to have a fine line, and it has to have a other side to it. So if that theory is correct, then they could be looking at it like, oh, this is a safe haven, or they could be looking at it as this is a new ATM for them.
I mean, I don't really care how, like, that's the whole thing, is like, I don't care how anyone looks at Bitcoin and how they, like, anyone can use it however they want. Like, do you care about how people use the US dollar? Like, we shouldn't care how anyone uses it. It's like, all we know is that everybody's going to want to use it for some type of way. And whether they want to use it to trade, whether they want to use it to save, whether they want to use it to do medium of exchange, like, doesn't matter. Like, we don't care about how cash is used, and we shouldn't care about how Bitcoin is used.
Nah, yeah, but people who have at least, let's just say, at least $10 million in Bitcoin right now would definitely tell you since 2020 to now that they have only beaten inflation by a small percentage. Like, inflation is creeping up on them too.
Absolutely crushed it.
Yeah,
If you, in 2020 till now, if you had $10 million in 2020, you have over 100 million now.
What I'm saying is that you're feeling
You have like 200.
Oh.
200 M's.
Not really.
Yeah, because in 2020 you could have bought at the COVID crash in March of 2020 for 3,500, 3,800.
Yeah,
So,
but that doesn't mean that you're gonna have 200 M's. That just means that
Yeah, so
if
you
you
had
had
10%,
10, if you cherry pick that bottom and you deployed at that time, then most likely you have offered it around
let's
like
just
what?
say they bought at 10K. They bought at 10K, which is triple that price basically.
Mm-hmm.
They have 90 million.
So yeah, and that's
So they beat
on
inflation.
how much are you giving it from here to there?
They beat inflation because they had, like, there was only one other thing, that two other companies that really compared with Bitcoin at all, and that was Nvidia and Tesla. And there's like, if you cherry pick the dates, Tesla and Nvidia outperformed Bitcoin slightly, but if you kind of look at the majority
Well,
of the
I mean, so this is the thing. So when people talk about Bitcoin, you have to most people have to really realize that most people get onboarded into Bitcoin during bull markets.
Yeah, that's like kind of like a marketing mechanism, like the halving, like kind of.
Okay, so you agree with that?
Undervalued, and then it goes to overvalued, and it's like the greed that lures people into Bitcoin. It's like they see the number go up. That's the marketing. Like that's
So that's what I'm saying. So cherry picking the bottom of 3,500 in 2020 is out of the realm because everybody's thinking that Bitcoin at that number, everybody's thinking Bitcoin's going to zero.
10,000, you outperformed. If you like in 2020, what was the trading range? It was only like, I don't even think it went as high as 10,000 in 2020, did it? Oh, I think in December it went to 20,000
I'll tell you right
in
now.
2020.
2020.
So I mean, like, the whole thing is you had three options really from 2020 till now, and that was Nvidia, Tesla, or Bitcoin. Everything else was super underperforming. Those were the three most like in the world.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
there isn't anything else.
So this is
Unless you
this.
have a couple
No,
of
no, no,
other
no, no. Yeah. Okay, so I see what you're saying. So yeah. So if okay, even if we run with your theory, right? The guy would still be in a higher percentage, but regardless of the fact, it's sitting right now in the area where we're sitting right now, 4 years later, is basically underperforming. We're not even supposed to be in this area right now. So right now, this is where inflation is creeping up on people who bought anywhere within those ranges. Now, if they bought in 3,500, now of course they're golden. Yeah, they're definitely beating out, and they're definitely beating inflation.
Well, what was inflation over the past 5 years? Like, you want to say it was 10% compounded? So that basically,
I mean, it fluctuated.
basically, you beat inflation over the past 5 years if you bought Bitcoin a year ago today. You bought Bitcoin a year ago, you're up 100%, and over the past 5 years, like, that's basically been the inflation is like 100%, and so, like, that's, you just bought Bitcoin last year, and you held for a year, you beat inflation. You just beat inflation for 5 years, essentially. You just kept up with inflation for 5
Yeah.
years.
So this is something that we're missing within the thing. But regardless, like I said, we're just sitting from all-time highs of last thing. We're just literally sitting above 20%.
Well, that's why I've said this whole bull run up, like up until now, has been, in my opinion, the recovery market, like the recovery period rather. Like, so we spent that time and we went up a little bit higher this time quicker because one, inflation, right? So we had inflation, and in gold terms, we're still not at all-time highs in Bitcoin in gold terms. So this is basically kind of like reminds me of like when we recovered to 14K kind of after the 2017 high of like 20,000, 19,000, whatever it was. And then like in 2019 we like came up to 14,000, and then we went back as low as 3,800 in 2020 of March of 2020, the COVID. Here's something I want to mention. What we just experienced with this like tariff war kind of thing, whatever you want to call it, was the most market uncertainty since COVID, and it was equally on par as far as market uncertainty, and it was even more uncertain than the entire 2008 housing crisis. So what we have just like this flat, like we call it a flash crash or whatever you want to call it, from like the tariff dip, this 30% pullback, that created like, and we're still seeing it in the greater markets, right? We were talking earlier how some of these big tech stocks still haven't recovered, and Bitcoin is decoupling or whatever you want to call it. It's moving, it's reacting first, or gold actually acted first, and then Bitcoin is kind of delayed after gold. But yeah, that's pretty interesting right there. And if you look at the, I keep seeing people post that M2 chart. If you look at the M2 money supply, where it had like that dip, and like Bitcoin's basically following its path, and it's like 100 days behind. I mean, it just seems there's like a lot of momentum building up. It's like, what bad news could be on the horizon? I feel like we just went through the bad news. We just went through one of the most uncertain market times in history. Like, this is comparable to the COVID market uncertainty. And that's where a lot of money was made. Like, people make money on the buy, right? They make money when they buy the Bitcoin. They don't necessarily make money, but they preserve their purchasing power, and they avoid a rapid decline in the dollar. And we're like on the verge of like a big print coming. It's like they can only delay it for so long. They need money to operate the country, and the taxes don't get paid. We're not generating enough in tariffs, and it seems like the whole world is cool with like where we are with tariffs. Like, the shock is gone. The shock is worn off. So, ding.
That's the bell going off. Now you got me plotting some new shit on my chart, cause now I'm like, all right, this guy. Even if we, boy, diminishing returns is hitting like a bitch, boy. That's all I see.
Yeah, but diminishing, like, what do we need to like outperform diminishing?
You need to sell. If you don't sell, then you're not capitalizing. So all you're doing is riding this trend. Even if, like I said, if you
let's address your diminishing returns statement first, because you don't want things to get lumped in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
The diminishing return. What price do we have to be under for that to stay true? I think it's like something like 300, 400,000, somewhere around there, right?
No, if we go up to 180,000, that stays true to 180,000. That stays true to the cycles. So technically, that brings us about 196%.
No, I think we have to go much higher to break diminishing.
To break diminishing returns, yes, we got to go much higher. We at least 300.
It's like 360,000. So you can go all the way to 300K and still be on a diminishing return path. So it's nothing says that we have to, how fast we have to diminish, right? So
no, I mean you can cost average what the last past cycles gave you every return, and then
there's another fun fact. If you started dollar cost averaging every day when we hit 109, you're now in the green.
If you started dollar cost averaging every day when you hit 109, assuming what? If you're buying $1?
Any amount, like as long as it's dollar cost averaging is when you're buying the same amount every day, or every week, or every month.
So you started buying at 109. You started buying at 109, and you bought all the way down, and then currently now
you bought every day. The same amount every day from when we hit 109 till right now, you are in the green. That's the power of DCA.
So 109.
Pretty wild.
I mean,
that's why you dollar cost average.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that math is a little bit off, but yeah, you're definitely being close into being profits for sure.
You gotta let me see.
Because from 109 all the way down, it's just a timber effect. So when
Yes,
when
you
you buy
Yeah.
automatically on the green days, that automatically brings back up your cost average price. So I would assume that the average cost average price is around 89,000 or 88,000. Your average buy price is around 88,400, and yeah, you're in profits as of right now. But like if you do not take profits, then this might not mean shit to you.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is like when I say I'm just saying like you're up from your initial like, because I don't think like necessarily you should sell unless like we hit some like crazy numbers later this year and become really, because if you look at the cost to mine, we're basically at the cost of production. So like what else in this world is being sold at the cost of production? Like does Mercedes sell at cost to buy for us to buy a Benz? No. Like they sell a markup. They mark it up and make a profit.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, like this number is undervalued um for where the hash rate's at, the cost of electricity, and you can see it. You can just um see we what did we just hit, a zettahash?
Yeah.
So energy costs are at all-time highs, hash rates at all-time highs, means Bitcoin's cost to mine a Bitcoin is at all-time high.
They could play these games with the miners. They need these miners out and make them more money. Shake their miner makers.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting excited over number go up text. It is exciting. It's designed almost to be exciting because it's like the opposite of like fiat currencies, where fiat currencies like decline in purchasing. It's like a yardstick to measure the debasement of fiat, and it also has like a network effect. So more people need to join, and if like the ETFs and all that shit, brings in more people, that's good. Like even if they don't initially take control of their keys. I was talking to someone in Corny chat earlier, and they're still skeptic. They still haven't taken the orange pill, and I just had a total brain fart.
That good ass weed.
And doorbell.
I don't know. What you thinking, Tech? What you thinking? You always quiet, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm chilling.
The hell you thinking?
I think you all rehash the same conversation like every time y'all are in the same room.
Yo, bro, this is how you do it. Like, this is how you do
What'd
it.
you say?
You have to rehash it because you can't figure out the hash. I don't know, man. I don't know. I never underestimate the enemy. That's what I do know.